Today, a new wave of transformation is sweeping across the globe. Creativity and knowledge are fast becoming powerful tools for unlocking growth, with the creative industries at the heart of it all. And considering that they are some of the fastest growing industries in the world, Southeast Asian economies are all too eager to jump on the creative bandwagon. But the question is, do they have what it takes to harness the potential of the creative industries? I'm Brendan Fernandez, and you're watching The Next Asian Miracle. While agriculture needs land and manufacturing requires factories, the creative industry's primary input is people. Creative industries serve to enhance production with functions in design and product differentiation or in promotion or marketing. Some functions even extend to R&D and innovation. While it is indeed an expansive range of activities, one could sum up the creative economy as one revolving around creative ideas, products, and services harnessed through knowledge. It is bringing formerly stagnant industries back to life. And above all, it harbors the potential for enhancing both job and wealth creation in an economy. Just as industrialization steered economic development in the 20th century, the creative economy dominates competitiveness today. As Vietnam attempts to use the creative industry to create sustainable growth for its economy, Cambodia is on the road to becoming fashionable. Cambodia's fashion industry is now in the spotlight, with a new wave of fashion designers at the helm. The question is, can Cambodians afford to be fashionable in a country where many still struggle to meet basic needs? In Phnom Penh, shophouses and low-rise buildings are slowly giving way to mega malls and commercial developments, while car brands like Lexus and BMW have become an all-too-familiar sight. Clear signs that the newly minted wealthy are all too eager to spend. The development boom in Phnom Penh has opened the door to luxuries and given young Cambodians the opportunity and the means to be fashion-conscious. Institutions like Raffles Design International are slowly springing up along the streets of Phnom Penh, offering fashion degrees for the aspiring Coco Chanels of Cambodia. And with the recent inauguration of Cambodia's first Fashion Week, the country's fashion industry seems to be making serious headway. Organized by the Cambodia Fashion Council, the week-long event showcases the works of both international and local designers. It's a great leap forward for the country, considering the economy is still steered largely by its agricultural and labor-intensive manufacturing sectors.
Most of the brands from Asia is already here, and now we are introducing like a fashion week. So this is actually to open the door to more investors overseas to come and say, hey, come to Cambodia now, take a look, this is what, the untapped market in the fashion industry right now in Cambodia.
Hanis Yazin is the Secretary General for Cambodia Fashion Council. The council's vision is geared towards growing and developing Cambodia through fashion. Yet, in a country where 28.3% of Cambodians live on less than $1.25 a day, many are struggling to afford a meal, let alone splashing out on clothes or studying fashion.
Only the rich, they have the luxury of fashion, but when it comes to the low incomes, they don't have the opportunity. So by opening up more doors and creating more designers, actually we will help the lower income and create more jobs. We are targeting in the next 10 years to have the whole changes, in terms of the economic, fashion, and everything.
Responsible for almost 90% of all the country's exports, the garment industry is Cambodia's largest driver of growth. And growing in the shadow of the country's booming garment industry is the fashion industry. Mona Tep is the director of the Society of Human Resource Management and Productivity, also known as SHRIMP. The organization works to improve the productivity and skill sets of workers in the garment industry, with hopes that in the longer term, this will boost the competitiveness of the industry.
We want to really push the brand as Made in Cambodia is a special brand in terms of services, in terms of working conditions, and in terms of sustainability of our industry. If the fashion industry implement here, more and more factories will not have to depend so much on their headquarters overseas, and therefore the services will be here, and it will be much faster, less cost, and I think that Cambodian can do it.
The fashion industry, if strategically cultivated, could go a long way in enhancing the attractiveness of Cambodia's garment industry, one of the country's main pillars of revenue. The hope is that a day will come where Cambodia could be a one-stop garment and fashion hub for manufacturers within the region. Southeast Asian nations are looking for new ways to compete. And indeed, the development of creative industries is becoming one of the most lucrative paths forward. The concept of the creative economy is one that has enchanted both academics and policymakers around the world. For developing countries, the creative economy, if effectively harnessed, could generate cross-cutting linkages through the economy and leapfrog these nations onto the world stage. While for already developed nations, the creative economy is a new opportunity for sustainable economic growth. But the challenge lies in creating successful policies to nurture creativity and innovation within the population. It's not a one-size-fits-all strategy, but rather one that will be unique to the strengths and culture of each society. Ideally, the creative economy would shape both the social and economic development of a country and create a first-world nation with not just a booming economy, but also rich cultural diversity, social cohesion, and a higher quality of life. The creative economy could perhaps be Asia's next miracle. I'm Brendan Fernandez. Thank you for watching The Next Asian Miracle. Social media can do more harm than good.
Who is to decide